everyone, how are you all? Today we are rolling out of the red carpet for grammar. Yes, you all heard it right. Lights, camera, grammar. As you can observe on the screen, we have two disco balls shining. And there's a lot of excitement in the air. Well, this is because today we are going to explore the most expressive and dramatic parts of English grammar, types of sentences, via famous lines from Big Screen and Toontown. Before we begin today's session, let me introduce myself to all of you. My name is G. Vanila Rao and I have completed my Masters in English Language and Literature from Andhra University. I love teaching young minds like you. I always prefer to make my sessions interactive and fruitful. Well, to begin with, let us all learn and understand the objectives for today's session. I'm sure that after this particular session, we all will be able to define sentence and understand its types, recognize sentence types through famous movie and cartoon dialogues. I'm sure that all of you love watching cartoons and movies, isn't it, students? Up next, we will be able to analyze dialogues and real-life examples to classify sentence types, identify each sentence type in written and spoken form, construct original sentences in all four functional forms, and enjoy learning via fun-filled quiz sessions in between each and every concept. Come on, students, are you all ready to dive into the adventure now? Okay, so let us all begin with types of sentences based on function. Now, before we understand the types, let us understand what exactly a sentence is. As you can observe on the screen, it refers to a group of words that makes complete sense. Complete sense as in something that gives complete meaning. Now, it consists of a subject and a verb. Every sentence is built up in such a manner that it consists of a subject and a verb. So let us understand the meaning of a subject and a verb. Now, for example, if you have the sentence here, in this particular sentence, I am teaching. The one who is performing the action is known as the subject. And the particular action going on in that scenario or context is known as verb. In the given example, I am teaching. I refers to your subject and teaching refers to the verb. So, subject here is the performer and verb is the action going on in that particular context. I hope this concept is clear. Right, children? Alright, to move further, we should also know and understand that each and every sentence, it begins with a capital letter. Each and every sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. What do you mean by period here now? Period here refers to the full stop. It is another name for full stop. If you look at this particular example here, Ridhna is playing in the park. So this particular sentence, R here is the capital letter. And as you can observe that we have ended the sentence with a period, a full stop. Now, children, let us all get ready for the quiz time. So the question is, a sentence refers to a group of words that dash. Your options are as follows. Option A, a sentence refers to a group of words that convey a clear meaning, confuses the reader, contains some set of words, begins with a capital letter. So what do you think is the answer for this particular question? Let us all explore the answer. So, a sentence refers to a group of words that convey a clear meaning. Now, let us try to understand this topic, that what is the need to understand these different types of sentences? Why do sentences types matter? What is the reason behind understanding these different types of sentences? They enhance writing by adding variety and interest. My dear children, let us all understand that sentences, they give us the power to express ourselves. And in this journey, while writing sentences, we get an opportunity to express ourselves. To express ourselves. Okay, to express our inner feelings. To express our inner feelings. All right? Now, to be able to convey our thoughts with clarity. So I hope this point is clear. They enhance writing by adding variety and interest, which means that sentences, they allow us to choose good vocabulary words. In sentences, they give us the power to express ourselves, to express our inner thoughts and feelings, and to talk our heart out. Up next, let us try to understand that sentences have the power to enhance clarity and refine tone. Now, this is something that you all have to understand, because this sentence has an in-depth meaning. Every sentence has a particular tone, and every tone has a story. For example, if I say, sit down, now this shows, or this particular sentence depicts a serious tone. For example, if I say, please get me a glass of water, this depicts a requesting tone. So, my dear students, every sentence carries the power to enhance clarity and refine tone, which means that every sentence gives you a clarity about a particular context / situation. It means that every sentence gives you a clarity about a particular context / situation. All right. They also assist in conveying ideas accurately and effectively. Now, sentences, they have the power to allow us to convey our thoughts or feelings in a proper order. All right. These sentences, they cannot create confusion. So, through sentences, we can avoid confusion. All right, my dear students, and we can give proper clarity about the message. We can give proper clarity about our message. All right, children, it's quiz time again. Let us all get ready for the question. Why should we learn about the types of sentences? Your options are to write long sentences, to understand punctuation, to ask only questions, to speak and write correctly. Come on, let us all explore the answer for this particular question. So, we should learn about the types of sentences to speak and write correctly. This is your answer. Alright, now, as we were discussing about the sentences or the types of sentences based on function. Alright, so as we are discussing about the types of sentences based on function, we have four main types of sentences. We have four main types of sentences. Namely, declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and last but not the least, exclamatory sentence. Let us all try to explore each type in detail. Let us try to understand what declarative sentences are. These sentences are also called as assertive sentences. Now, before we move further, let me tell you a short story about myself. When I was of your age, I didn't know that declarative sentences are also called as assertive sentences. So when I got the question paper right in front of me, I was shocked, I was scared, worried and confused, thinking, what is the meaning of this word, assertive? Alright, so let us get a proper clarity about this particular concept right now, children, that declarative sentences are also called as assertive sentences. कल को अगर आपके पेपर में अगर आ भी जाता है कि आइडेंटिफाई दी असर्टिव सेंटेंसेस, तो बच्चों आप लोग बिल्कुल कंफ्यूज मत होइएगा, बिकॉज डिक्लेरेटिव सेंटेंसेस आर आल्सो नोन एज assertive sentences. Clear? All right. They make a declaration in the form of a statement, an opinion, a suggestion, a proverb, or a universal truth, which means that declarative sentences, they declare general information. Declarative sentences basically declare information. Now, they declare this information in the form of a normal statement, an opinion, a suggestion, a proverb, or a universal truth. All right. Further on, you will get to look at the examples, and I'm sure that you can gain a deeper understanding. They can be positive or negative and always ends with a period or a full stop. All right. Now let us understand. बच्चों आप बिल्कुल confused मत हो. Let us all try to understand what exactly the statement means. Now, whenever we talk about declarative sentences, these declarative sentences can be positive or negative. All right. If I want to say, I want to watch a movie. So this is a positive sentence. I don't want to watch a movie. So this is a negative sentence. Isn't it? Similarly, declarative sentences, we can have these sentences in the form of positive sentences or negative sentences. And remember, my dear students, that declarative sentences, they always end with a full stop. All right, let me recapitalize whatever we studied about declarative sentences. Okay, these sentences are also known as assertive sentences. Declarative sentences are also known as assertive sentences. All right. Now, they can declare information. They can declare information or they can declare messages in the form of a statement, an opinion, a suggestion, a proverb, or a universal truth. And declarative sentences can be negative and positive according to the context, and they always end with a full stop. We have examples based on movie dialogues and cartoon characters. Alright, if you look at this particular dialogue, I am inevitable. And this dialogue is said by Thanos from the movie. And this dialogue is from the movie Avengers Endgame. Let us explore a few more examples like this. Now we have an example from a cartoon character. I'm sure, can you all recognize this cartoon character? Exactly, this is Woody from Toy Story, isn't it, children? This is Woody from Toy Story. So what is it that Woody is saying here? I am not just a toy. Alright, so this is an example of a declarative statement. Yes or no, children? This is an example of a declarative statement. And if you observe previously also, this particular dialogue, I am inevitable. I am inevitable. Dialogue that was said by Thanos in the movie Avengers Endgame. This is also an example of a declarative sentence. Now let us try to focus on the real life examples that we come across when we talk about declarative sentences. Alright, whenever we want to talk about the positive statements, because when we were just reading few minutes ago, we just came across a statement saying that declarative sentences can be positive or negative. So let us focus on the positive statement here. The student is going to the classroom. So this is just a simple statement, but it is a simple positive statement. Clear, students? Look at the next example. The student is not going to the classroom. So this is your negative statement. A simple negative statement. Followed by an opinion. An opinion, that means you are here talking about your inner thought or your inner feeling. So what is my opinion? My opinion here is my sister is a good singer. Now let us look at the universal truth. What do you mean by universal truth? It is something that we cannot change, something that is created by the universe, something that is created by God, and none of us can change it. So look at this statement here. The sun rises in the east. This is a universal truth which is a part of your declarative sentences. Let us look at this proverb also, children. Barking dogs seldom bite. This is a proverb, a very famous proverb. That means that, we have some people, who are very cranky, who get angry very easily. They talk in such a loud tone. They keep scolding you so much. Okay. But when it comes to reality, they are very calm. They are very poised. They're not that harmful at all. All right. So barking dogs seldom bite is the proverb, and the meaning which I've just explained to you defines or denotes that it is also one of the best examples of declarative sentences. All right, it's quiz time, my dear students. Now the question is, identify the purpose of a declarative sentence. Your options are to give orders, to ask a question, to express strong feelings, to make a statement. Children, are you all ready to explore the answer for this question? Well, the answer is, the purpose of a declarative sentence is to make a statement. Let us look at another quiz question, students. Which of the following is a declarative sentence? Your options are, I enjoy reading novels. Please sit down. What are you doing? Wow, that's amazing. So can you all identify the declarative sentence here? So the declarative sentence is, I enjoy reading novels. Now, let us all try to understand what do we mean by interrogative sentences. Children, let us all focus on the word interrogative, because the answer lies in the word itself. What do you mean by interrogation? To ask questions, isn't it? I am sure that you people might have observed this word in movies. The police came to interrogate him, right? So what do you mean by the word interrogation? To ask in-depth questions. All right? So these sentences are used to interrogate or ask questions. What is the purpose or function of interrogative sentences? They are used, or these sentences are used to ask questions. Now, how can we frame interrogative sentences? We can frame these sentences with the help of WH words and also by asking yes or no questions. Now, what do you mean by WH words? WH words like what? Where? Who? Whose? Whom? Etc. So you see, quite often we frame interrogative sentences by using these WH words, and at times we also frame interrogative sentences by asking yes or no questions. How? Let me show you an example here. For example, if I say, now let me show you all here. For example, if I ask, do you like coffee? So my answer would be, yes, I like coffee, because I actually like coffee. Alright, so we can frame interrogative sentences either by using WH words, or we can create interrogative sentences by using yes or no questions. Now, one main important thing that we all have to understand about interrogative sentences is that these sentences always end with a question mark. For example, what are you doing? Where were you? Clear, children? Okay. Now again, let us all explore the fun part here. Let us all try to understand interrogative sentences through movie dialogues. Who are you without that suit? Now, as you can observe the screen, we have Tony Stark, the Iron Man, and we have Peter Parker, the Spider-Man. All right. So let us observe what exactly is happening in this context. Who is questioning whom? Who is interrogating whom in this particular scenario? So as we can observe, we have Tony Stark, the Iron Man, and Peter Parker, the Spider-Man, wherein Tony Stark is questioning Peter Parker, who are you without that suit? So I hope this example is quite relatable and clear. Now let us look at an example that belongs to a famous cartoon character. So I think we all can recognize this particular cartoon character. Yes, this is from the cartoon Phineas and Ferb. So this is Phineas. Alright, so what is Phineas asking us? Phineas is asking, where is Perry? Perry the platypus. Clear, children? Now, let us focus on the real life examples of interrogative sentences. Now, when I talk about WH words, I would use statements like, where were you last night? What is your name? Where did you live before? Isn't it? Now, if the same question I had to ask in yes or no statement type. So how can I frame that particular question? Do you watch Marvel movies? Do you like going to the market? Do you like singing? So I hope you got a clarity that we can frame interrogative questions either by using WH words or by framing them by asking yes or no questions. Alright students, let us all get ready for the quiz time. So your question is, what is the main purpose of an interrogative sentence? Your options are to express strong emotions, to give commands, to ask a question, to make a statement. Let us all explore the answer. So the answer is, the main purpose of an interrogative sentence is to ask a question. Let us all get ready for another quiz question. Identify the interrogative sentence from the following. So we have 4 sentences here. You have to identify the interrogative sentences from these following statements. The first option is, can you help me in my project? The second option, please close the door. Third one, I love to cook. Fourth one, what a beautiful day. So let us all explore the answer here. So the answer is, can you help me in my project? This is actually a way of asking question in the form of yes or no question format. Clear students? Now let us try and understand the meaning of imperative sentences. These sentences express a command or an entreaty or an advice. Now let us understand the meaning of the word entreaty. What do you mean by entreaty? Entreaty means heartful request, a polite request. So imperative sentences, they express commands, orders, requests, or they give advice. Now let us understand how. Imperative sentences may end with a full stop or an exclamation depending upon the tone or urgency of the command. Now before exploring the examples, let me just explain you this important point about imperative sentences. Depending upon the tone of the context, depending upon the mannerism, according to the mannerism through which we have expressed the sentence, or depending upon the tone of the situation or the context, we use a full stop or we end the particular sentence with an exclamation mark. Let me show you how. For example, if I say, sit down. Now, in this particular sentence, the tone itself expresses that it is that this particular word is in a serious tone. So, it is understood that it is a command. If I say, students, stay quiet. So, this sounds like an instruction or an advice. So, we are going to end this particular statement with a full stop. Now, let me give you another example. If I say, please give me a pen. So this is a polite request, and we usually end such kind of sentences with a full stop. Now one clue that you all have to understand is we can end the sentences through exclamation mark when we give commands or orders, and we can end the sentences with a full stop while requesting for something. Clear, children? Now let us explore the fun part again. If you can observe on the screen, we have another familiar character. Who is that familiar character on the screen? We have Dory and we have Marlin. So what is Dory's dialogue here? This is basically Dory's dialogue from the movie Finding Nemo. What is she saying? Just keep swimming. Now, what is she trying to denote, or what is she trying to express in this particular context? She is actually encouraging Marlin. She is encouraging Marlin or motivating him to stay strong and to keep swimming. Let us look at this cartoon dialogue, this cartoon character dialogue, students. Okay. Now, this particular cartoon character is also very famous, and I'm sure that all of you know her. So, who is she? Exactly. This is Elsa from the movie Frozen. All right. Now, what is she saying? She's saying, let it go. Now, what do you mean by this particular statement here? What is she trying to denote in this particular context? Elsa is commanding herself to release fear. She is commanding herself to step out of that fear. She is commanding herself to remove fear from her heart and mind. I hope this is clear, children. Now let us focus on some real life examples when we talk about imperative sentences. Please bring your notebook tomorrow. So the word please itself signifies that it is a request. And what is the clue that I had given to you people? That we usually end the request related statements by using a full stop or a period. All right, let us all get ready for another quiz, children. The question is, what is the function of an imperative sentence? Your options are to ask a question, to give an order or a request, to describe a context. Fourth option, to express our thoughts. Now let us all explore the answer for this particular question. The answer is, we use imperative sentences, or the function of imperative sentences. The function of imperative sentence is to give an order or a request. Let us all get ready to answer another quiz question. Which of the following is an imperative sentence? Your options are, what is your name? Sit quietly in your place. The moon looks lovely today. What a beautiful day. Come on, students, let us all explore the answer for this question. So the answer is, sit quietly in your place. This is like an advice given by your teacher or your class teacher. Last but not the least, let us all explore exclamatory sentences. What do you mean by exclamatory sentences? These sentences are used to express strong emotions or feelings such as joy, surprise, wonder, regret. So, whenever we wish to express some strong feelings or emotions, we can use exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences end with an exclamation mark. Look at this example here. What a pretty dress! You are very happy, you're very excited because you've seen a beautiful dress, and that is how you're expressing yourself. What a pretty dress! And that is the reason that we have ended this particular sentence with an exclamation mark. All right, let us all deep dive into the fun part again here, children. Now let us all look at the movie-based examples in terms of exclamatory sentences. I am never going back. I am never going back. So again, if you can observe, what is the name of the character in this particular movie? Yes, again we have come across Elsa from the movie Frozen 2. All right. Now what is she saying? I am never going back. And as you can observe, we have an exclamation mark here. Now, what is she trying to express, or what is she trying to explain through that particular dialogue? Now, that particular context talks about her phase of self-realization. It tries to emphasize that now she has become strong and bold to face the world, and now she is not willing to go back. Up next, we have a cartoon character dialogue. I'm sure all of you might have seen this guy somewhere. What is his name? Yes, he is Ben from the cartoon Ben 10. And what is his dialogue? It's hero time. That showcases that now he is going to transform into an alien and become very strong and get ready to fight. Now let us explore the real life examples. What a fantastic movie that was. So again, we are ending this particular sentence with an exclamation mark because I really liked a particular movie. So I would say, wow, what a beautiful movie that was. Now if I have a beautiful car in front of me, wow, what a lovely car. And I would end the sentence with an exclamation mark. All right, children, let us all summarize whatever we have read today. Let us all summarize what we have studied or learnt in today's session. Now, as you can observe on the screen, we read about the 4 types of sentences. Declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Now, what is the meaning of each and every type? Declarative sentence states or declares or asserts or tells something. If you remember, we read a few minutes ago that it states information in the form of an opinion, a universal truth, a proverb, etc. Interrogative sentences, they are used to interrogate, or they are used to ask something, or they are used to ask questions. Imperative sentences are used to give commands, requests, or they can also be used to make a wish. Now, what do you mean by exclamatory sentences here? They are used to express strong feelings or emotions, feelings like surprise, wonder, or you can show strong feelings like anger. All right, students? Now let us look at the punctuation marks that are used to end these particular sentences. Now, if you might have observed, declarative sentences always end with a full stop, which is also known as period. Interrogative sentences always end with a question mark. Imperative sentences, depending upon the tone or the seriousness of the situation, depending upon the tone, scenario, or the seriousness of the situation, these sentences can either end with an exclamation mark or a full stop. Clear, students? And last but not the least, we end exclamatory sentences by using an exclamation mark. Now, let us all look at the examples of these particular types of sentences. For declarative sentences, the first example is Joshua is a student. As you can observe that the sentence started with a capital letter and the sentence ended with a full stop. He lives in a big city. Same, started with a capital letter and ended with a full stop. Interrogative sentence that is used to ask questions. What is your name? Where do you live? And we have ended these questions with a question mark. Imperative sentences. Look at the command. Look at the command here. Go to your room. Request. Please lend me your book. If it is said in a very higher tone, We can even put or end this particular sentence with an exclamation mark. Okay, children? Now, if you want to make a wish here, have a good time at the picnic. I hope all of you got clarity about this. Now, let us also explore the examples of exclamatory sentences. What a shame! Okay, it is a strong feeling that I'm expressing. So, I will end this particular sentence with an exclamation mark. Okay? Boy, I'm tired. You are expressing your feeling. You are expressing that you're exhausted. That's the reason, again, we are going to end this particular sentence with an exclamation mark. Clear, students? Alright, let us all get ready for the quiz time. So the question is, identify the exclamatory sentence from the following. Your options are, he opened the door. What a wonderful surprise. I love ice cream. Where do you live? Now let us all explore the answer for this particular question. So the answer is, what a wonderful surprise. Alright? Fine, children, let us all get ready for another quiz question. Which of the following is not an exclamatory sentence? Which of the following is not an exclamatory sentence? Your options are, wow, that magician was amazing. Second, what a lovely surprise. Third option, did you see that trick? Fourth option, how exciting this day is. Children, let us all explore the answer for this question. So your answer is, look at the question. I want you all to read the question carefully. Which of the following is not an exclamatory sentence? So from the given sentences, option number C, did you see that trick? Here is actually an interrogative sentence. It is not an exclamatory sentence. Clear, students? Alright, grammar stars, that's a wrap on today's enjoyable session. If you wish to explore few more topics pertaining to English, mathematics or science, please scan the QR code shown on the screen. Feel free to get connected to our academic mentors who are going to guide you in this journey. If you are facing difficulty in certain topics pertaining to English or science, feel free to get your demo schedule. Now that we have come so far, I request you all to like, share and subscribe Sisya Class. And remember, my dear friends, read, reflect and rise. Thank you. Stay tuned for a few more exciting videos.